White House reporter with the Washington Post. Tyler Pager joins me on the phone right now. Tyler, thanks so much for being with us. So what we know about your report, you guys are saying President Biden is going to be making it official next week. What do we know about, I guess, the details of that pending announcement? This has been a long time coming, has it not?
Yeah, thanks for having me, and that's exactly right. This has been in the works for a while. He's obviously teased this and said he intends to run when he left Ireland last week, telling reporters he's made that decision and it would come soon. And our reporting, as you noted in the Washington Post, is that his advisors, along with him, obviously, are planning for that announcement to come next week, with the target being Tuesday, which coincides with the 4-year anniversary of the launch of his 2020 presidential campaign. And so we're expecting it to be sort of a low-key announcement with a video and then likely an in-person event sometime later. But this has been long telegraphed, but we're finally getting some more details about it being put into place.
Yeah, I mean, the president's Twitter account has been known to post these very kind of highly manufactured, glossy videos of the president with a message to his followers. I mean, for an announcement like this, is it just going to be one of those Twitter videos, do you think?
Yeah, I think it'll probably be distributed on a lot of different platforms, produced and edited with, key messages and video. So I imagine we'll see it on social media platforms, but also distributed to supporters via email. Obviously, these days, when someone launches a presidential campaign, it's a huge fundraising opportunity, and I know aides to the president are working to put up the infrastructure to be able to raise a lot of money when that video finally goes out. But I'm sure we'll see it across all the different platforms.
Yeah, and Tyler, obviously, the White House, in your guys' report, declined to comment on this, and this might not be common sense to some of our viewers, but they cannot make the official announcement from the White House. Can you say why? Yeah,
so because of the Hatch Act, they're prohibited. White House officials are prohibited from engaging directly in presidential politics. They can obviously work on the campaign or advise and support the campaign, but it will come from the president himself and supported by the Democratic National Committee, and then they'll obviously stand up an official presidential campaign to run the day-to-day operation.
Yeah, Tyler, take us back, if you could, though, 2019 when he made it official. It was in Philadelphia, right? Do we think it's going to be in Philadelphia again?
Yeah, so his campaign headquarters was in Philadelphia. I think it's more likely this time that the campaign headquarters are in Wilmington. But similarly, in 2019, he didn't have that big launch event in Philadelphia right upon announcing. And so, I think they're going to follow a similar timeline where they announce it via video, via social media, via email, and then either days or, a week or so later have some sort of in-person event. And then he's going to quickly hit the road and do fundraisers. Obviously, presidential campaigns in the modern era are incredibly expensive operations, and so he will be going around the country for some of those fundraisers as well.
Yeah, and do you think, are you hearing from some of your White House sources, are they finally, relieved to stop getting asked this question? He has been asked this question so many times, and now it seems like, it is official with your guys' reporting there. Are White House officials or possibly Biden campaign officials somewhat relieved that the question is put to rest here?
Yeah, the one thing I would caution on the official nature of this is it's, never actually official until the video comes out, and Biden is known to sometimes hem and haw over key decisions. That being said, it is the first indication we have of a really firm timeline. That timeline could always change, as it does with politicians, but the expectation right now is that it would be on Tuesday. And I think, the White House is obviously frustrated by a lot of questions reporters ask. This one, I think people, they're obviously going to be happy to move into the next phase of this. But also, it's worth noting that the president is the oldest person ever to serve in this role. And if he's reelected, he would be 86 at the end of his second term. And that's a fact that they know they have to reckon with. And I think that's part of the reason there's been so much question from the media and from American citizens and people all around the world about whether or not he would launch a reelection bid.
Tyler, just lastly, for your story, though, I'm sure you talked to prominent Democrats. What are they saying? Did they see this coming, or did they want someone else probably on the ticket, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, for the last several months, it's become incredibly clear that Biden was going to launch a bid and not face any serious opposition. Obviously, there's two candidates, Marianne Williamson and RFK Jr., who have announced long shot bids for the nomination, but the entire party infrastructure is behind him. The prominent voices and leaders in the party on all ends of the spectrum are behind him. You know, if you look at polling among Democratic voters, there's not as much enthusiasm as some people might hope or expect for an incumbent president. But a lot of Democrats feel confident that Joe Biden remains the best person to defeat Donald Trump should he be the nominee. And they are lining up behind the bid.
All right, Tyler Pager with the Washington Post joining us here live on the phone with this pretty great scoop today. Tyler, thanks so much. Talk again.
Thanks for having me.